So the next topic is data type in Python. So data type, we have a few data types which are known to us earlier, like number, which include integer and float, string, complex, boolean, and then a new type of data type which you will learn during this course, which are used in Python, which are list, tuple, set, and dictionary. So the known data types are known as the primitive one, which we have known since earlier, and the new type of data type which you will learn like list, tuple, set, dictionary. So they are called non-primitive. So first we have number data type. So uh, initially the integer was there was not anything as known as integer data type. It was long and different integer long negative 0, but now it has only one data type known as integer. And float, we everyone know it contains a decimal with a integer part and a fraction part. So as I've told you earlier that Python is dynamic, so I'm writing values equal to 10, and I will write print type 10, and the interpreter will automatically understand that it is an integer data type. And if I'll change it to 10.2, it will automatically, oh sorry, it's print 10, print value. So it will automatically change to float. If I write it again, I will rerun it. So if I change it back to 10, so it is integer. So as we know that Python is dynamic, though, so in runtime it is get its understanding that what type of data type it is. Then if we enter a negative integer, so if I enter a negative number, it will still consider it as a integer. So minus 10, and if I'll run it, it's still integer. Okay, then the system can understand decimal and hexadecimal. So if I write value 0x, so 0x is for hexadecimal. Okay, so the value which are starting with 0 and x, which that means it is hexadecimal. If I run it, see it's still saying as type, and if I will print value, uh, the value will be printed in integer form. So print 12 is, the 12 is 18, 12 hexadecimal is 18 integer. So if I write 12, if I write A and run it, and then run it, it should be 10. So 0x is, it means that the number is hexadecimal. Similarly, if I take 0, O is for octadecimal, which contains of 8. Hexadecimal contains 16 characters, like binary contains 0 and 1, hexadecimal contains 16, decimal contains 10, and octadecimal contains 8. Okay, if I write it as 1 0, so it should be, okay, so 1 0 is 8 because it starts from 0 0. So 1 1 will be 9. Okay, so this interpreter can automatically convert this octadecimal and hexadecimal to integer. Then we have typecasting. So to typecast a number, we use the function integer. So if I have if in earlier when we were doing inputs, so if I was taking input from the user and I wanted to use that input as an integer, so I was doing as a is equal to int. I was by default not by default, I was writing int, then input, then enter number. So this int function was helping me to typecast it to change the string into an integer. Okay, so because input by default, the data type of input is string, so the string is being converted into integer. So if I'll write 10, sorry, I wrote 12, and if I'll do print a, it will print 12. Okay, I will run it again. It will write it as 13.6. Run it, it will be C, invalid literal for int with base 10, and it was 13.6. So it will take only, it should have only integer. Then if I write A, B, C, so it will throw error. Okay, because base 10 it's a string. So this is known as typecasting. Okay, so if it should take the float value 10.2. Okay, if I'll do a is equal to, okay, so val is equal to int, and then here 10.2 print val. So I'm typecasting, and this is the float typecasted to integer. Okay, but if I'll try to typecast a string of alphanumeric or alphabet, it will throw error. See, it's throwing an error, invalid syntax, because it wants it to be converted into a string. So if I'll, okay, now I'm typecasting the string into integer. It's throwing error, invalid literal for int with base 10. So this was the integer data type. Now we have the string data type. String, we all know, contains either a single character or a sequence of character. String is a sequence data type, which means iteration is possible. As we have seen in for loop, the iteration, so it's possible. So the string data types can contain numeric, alphanumeric, special characters, anything. So we can denote the string with single quote AI internet. Okay, and even I can print st. Okay, and I can even double quoted double quotes and still working. Okay, so these are we can write string in single quote or double quote. Now the typecasting of string is done using str function. So if I want to convert anything into a string, any integer, any float into a string, it gets converted easily. So if I take st is equal to 10, okay, and str10 and print st, printing just 10. But if I do st, if I do type st, let's see what it will print. It's printing str string. If I take it as 10.2, it will still print it as string. So string typecasting, any integer float can be converted to a string. Now, string is known as an immutable object because because in the string, for example, the string is internet. If I want to add internet, and I want to change the first alphabet, I to A. Okay, if I'll try doing it, so if I'll do st0 is equal to A. So what will happen? It will throw an error. Okay, str object does not support item assignment. So if a variable has been assigned with something, so changes can't be made. It can be reassigned or a new variable can be made, but changes can't be made to this particular variable. So if I do st is equal to a plus st is equal to ANTERNET, so the value will get changed, okay, automatically. Sorry, I forgot the codes. So the value is getting changed. If I take it as st1, this, okay, and I will take it as st only. St is equal to st plus 001, and I'll take it as a string. So this plus is concatenation, I will tell you later. So st is equal to st plus 001, print st. So it will also run because I'm reassigning the variable. I'm not trying to change the value at a particular index. So how to do indexing in string? So indexing is one of the important concept of string, which is used in string also, list also, tuple also, and even in dictionary ways. But the indexing, then how to iterate, how to go from one um, character to another, it's done using indexing. So Python supports zero indexing, which means it starts from zero. So if I take a string st is equal to Python program, and if I print st0, because I'm saying it supports zero indexing, so the first index is always zero, so it should print p, and it is printing p. Okay, and if I take st len length of st, so this will go to length of st, and it will be out of index range, because as it is zero index, it starts with zero index. The last iteration is always length minus 1, so at length it will throw index out of range. So if I do -1, so it will run, and it's printing the last sequence. So the uh, indexing of string goes from 0 to length -1. Okay, because it is zero indexing, so it's taking one extra, like it's starting from 0, then 1, 1, 2, then length -1. Okay, you can see here Like I've taken example AI-Shala. So A is at 0 position, I at 1, hyphen at 2, S at 3, and so on. A and the last A at 7. So the last index here will be 7. So if I do S7, it will print A. Then we have negative indexing. Python also supports negative indexing, which starts from the last character of the string as -1. So as you can see in this example, so this is -1, this is -2, -3, -4 till minus length. So I'll show you the example. If I print st -3 will be the third last character, so it will print m. Okay. If you come across something and somebody asks print the second last character, okay, so you don't need to calculate, you will just write string name -2 and you will print it, and it will print it fourth last character, so it will print the fourth last character automatically. So the negative indexing does not support from 0. Negative indexing starts from -1 to minus length. Okay, so I've told you of this example earlier, but you can see it again. It's -1 to -8. Okay, then we have slicing. Slicing looks a bit confusing, but it's one of the interesting topic. So what does slicing do? Slicing returns a substring of the parameter, like of the start stop index we have given. So substring will, what slicing will return the substring. So this is a string. If I want to extract any substring out of this with base of index, I will use slicing. So if I want to print from second character to the length is, okay, let me find the length st. Okay, it is 16. So what if I want to print from third character to 12th character? So what I will do, st 0. So slicing contains start, end, and step. Okay, so I will first tell you what start and end and then step. So if I want to print from second to 12th, so I will do 2 for the start index, or else by default it will take 0. And then I want to do 12, so I will write 13 because end always go to end -1. And then I'm not doing any stepping, so this is it. Okay, so it's taking from the second character 0, 1, 2, h to third 12th character. Okay, if this, okay, then if I want to add step is same as the step used in for loop. So it takes the every number of starting, taking the first, then every, like I've taken 2, so every second, if I would have taken 3, so every third character. So it will start from h, then it started with h, 1, 2 second I have o, then 1, 2 I have space sorry, h, then 1 to o, then 1 to space, then 1 to r, then 1 to g, then 1 to a. Okay, so what happens if I do not write the start index, from where I have to start? So it will automatically take from 0th index, so it will take from p. And what if I do not write the end index? So it will by default go to length n-1. And if I will remove 2 from here, so if I'll remove 2 from here and run it, so you can see that this line is printing the whole code. Okay, so just remember that start can, if start is not mentioned like here, it will take 0. If end is not mentioned like here, it will take go to the, it will print till the last element. And if I have provided some element, it will start from that index. If I've written 2, then it will start from 2. Then we have negative slicing. So what happens if I do space space -1? So step will be 1, but it will print in reverse. So it's printing the reverse. Same goes with -2. It's printing in reverse. Okay. So this is how the slicing work. So you can see space space -1, print the whole string in reverse, -4 to 2 and -2. So it will start from the fourth last character and then it will go to the third index. So I've written 2, it will go to the third index. What happens when it's going negative? So if it always goes to n-1. So if it's going like this, so for it the n-1 will be the previous character, not uh, the previous character, not the successing character. So that's why if I want to print till third index, I will write it as 2, 0, 1, 2. I will write it as 2 so that it will go till t. Okay, and then -2 will be will help reverse the string and will take 2 steps here.